Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you again for joining us here at CCSC. Welcome to our vanilla Venice build, our very last build on Cities Skylines before the launch of Cities Skylines II. In today's episode, we are going to tackle 3 objectives. 1, we are going to build a neighborhood over here that involves something we unlocked in the last milestone, train station. We're going to build a train station neighborhood to bring tourists into our area, into our city, and we're going to grow our residential area. Now you can see in our demand we have no demand for residential right now, but we will very soon. We're going to build a commercial area around it and a whole neighborhood on this little peninsula over here. Second objective, we are going to move our landfill sites, our unsightly landfills we are going to put over in this area over here, hidden kind of by the mountain. And we are going to remove them from this area where they are no longer seen by the public, and that will be a road connected off of our new residential neighborhood that we build. And for the third thing that we're going to take care of today, we're going to fix this unsightly little hill here. But let's get right into it. The very first thing that we need to do is build a residential area. And fortunately for us, we can go ahead and hit play, let the game continue. We'll just leave it on 1 times speed in case we have any demands that pop up. And as you can see, there's trash demand there, but that should be taken care of very soon. Now to start with our residential area, I want to go ahead and build a grid that matches this grid. However, we're going to go the other way, but we're going to go horizontal instead of vertical with our grid system. However, it's going to be on the same line as this grid. So, to build our bridge to this neighborhood, I want to come up here, and let's just go probably 30 should be able to do it. And for the bridge, so I don't want to go too far because we're going to expand this neighborhood a little bit, and it's going to kind of run into this road. This road will run straight up to the highway, and it will probably be the entrance for this neighborhood and this neighborhood. But we're going to go ahead and go up 30, and then probably come up another 10 or so, I would say. And first thing we need to do is look at our terrain, because we're on a hill over here. All of this is a hill. So we may want to adjust that. Let's go ahead and look at our terrain slopes. Yeah, so we could probably bring down this hill a little bit. So let's go ahead and do that first. However, that road is pretty much fine, so we will bring down the hill to the level of that road, the end of the road. So let's go to level terrain. We'll pick about this height and go to our maximum size and density. And we can't obviously level anything outside of our zone, but that's fine. We can fix that once we buy that tile, which we have discussed we were planning to do, so no problem. And that'll help a little bit. Now, we'll have to get that neighborhood up there, so we might not go that far. Let's go ahead and build our bridge. And I want to do a 2-lane road. It is a little bit more expensive. However, it is going to be a 2-lane road eventually. So what we're going to kind of do is run parallel with this railroad here. So let's go ahead and go out. And you can see, if you go all the way out, it will make a bridge automatically for you. However, you can see the road slopes way down and then the bridge starts. So we're going to go ahead, come back to our anchor spot, and that is off the railway, not the... There we are. Come back to our anchor spot. We're going to go out 12, and then we're going to tap up on the D-pad, and that will start our bridge off of the height that we want over here. And there we are. And that looks much more level, much better. And then once we come across the road, or across the river, let's get anchored at 180 degrees. Once we come across the river, then we can go down. And do we want 3? I think we want 3. I normally like the way that looks better. So we can either do a scoot back and do 2 bridge segments, or we can do 3, and I think 3 looks much better. There's the 2 I was trying for. I normally like 3 because it keeps the waterway open, which would be more realistic. You can see the pillars of the waterway underneath. Yeah, I think we're going to go 3, and let's stretch it as much as we can. Yeah, we need to move the right pillar. So if you see what I'm saying, the pillar under the bridge, the right pillar needs to be moved back. So let's go ahead and do right there. And there is our bridge. And then we've got a couple pillars, but you can still fit a boat underneath there, which would be realistic. Now once we get over here, I want to go ahead and curve the road kind of with this grid here. So what should we do here? Let's see. So I'm going to go ahead and come out about there, I would say. And then we're going to try and just match it up by eye and get it lined up with this over here. And I think we need to be down a little bit more. I think that'll work. We'll put the railroad station there. And again, so the in node here, I'm just kind of lining up with the grid line, locking it with the railway line. I just pointed at the TV like you can see what I'm saying. But with getting it to lock in, you see the railway line, you can see the node there. You can see how it's lining up, or not lining up, I should say there. But trying to get it to line up perfectly with that. And then that gives us a nice smooth run parallel with the railway. Now we need to fit in our... and actually, we're going to go ahead and complete this road by locking in with the railway here and here, because that will be where the end spot is. And we want to go to our straight tool, and we want to lock in with the railway there, and come across, and lock in with the railway over here. And then that will lock in and keep it parallel with each other. We may have wanted to adjust the terrain there, but we'll go ahead and fix the train height afterwards. Yeah, we'll soften that up. But anyway, let's go ahead and go back to our 2-lane road. We can come down here, and I want to go curved, don't I? Yeah, so that wasn't exactly what we wanted to do. That lined up straight. That wasn't exactly what we wanted to do. I think we may actually go ahead and do this, because I wanted something more like this, and then straight across. And actually, I want to level this terrain here. Yeah, let's go ahead and rebuild this. I want to get this more level down. Let's go ahead and level it to there. Yeah, I would say about that height. We want to get this mountain out of here. This little hill, it's not a mountain, but we want to get this hill out of here. We want to level this terrain. Let's go ahead and get all of that, and then you can see the road is built up still. We're going to go ahead and delete these segments of the road. And actually, I think now that we've done that, we're just going to go ahead and run this straight into that road there and keep the bridge as is. So let's go to our curve tool and find the line for that road. Yeah, and that'll take us a little closer to the railway over there. We need to start that bridge a little sooner, not on this hill. Nonetheless, we'll fix that in a second. That will get us a little bit closer to our railway over here, but it still keeps the line nice and smooth, and then they just slowly expand out to this height. So it keeps it looking good. So now let's go ahead, check on our city. Everything's doing fine. We can probably bump this up to 2 times speed. Now we want to go ahead and add our train station, so let's go over here to our transit. And as you can see, bus depot we can use. Trolley bus, that's Sunset Harbor. Tram depot, that's Snowfall. Metro station we can use. And train station we can use. This is mass transit, mass transit, mass transit, mass transit. DLCs, once again, they make the game a lot better. We want a train station, so let's go ahead and add that over here. And I think we're going to do somewhere in the middle still. That is what I was envisioning at first. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to do somewhere in the middle of the peninsula, and that will be probably right about here. So let's go ahead and lay this down. And then we need to connect it with our train tracks, and we're going to go ahead and go out curved, about 10, and then just gradually come in. And you want to do these a little bit longer because you want, and actually, yeah, we're going to come in a little bit later. Let's go ahead and pause the game. They don't have water or electric. So you want these to gradually come in, and you want a long enough segment right here for a full train to be able to sit and wait for this track. So if there's a train in the station, there can be a full train waiting here and a full train waiting here, and they're not blocking the main track here. There's no tail ends out or anything like that. The trains can still pass through. So you want these to come out a little bit further. So we're going to go out 10 again, but we're going to stretch it out to something like that, and that should be good. And there you go. Now you have a complete little segment that all the trains can get off of the main track to come service the citizens coming to visit our town. Now, we need to address our water situation. And unfortunately, that's not what we want. Unfortunately, the water pipes cannot curve. So we're going to go ahead and come straight up here and connect to this road. Now, I don't know if that road's going to stay there. and you can't curve the water pipes, but you can do this, and it pretty much works. So we'll come right down to here, and then we'll go across this bridge, because we know we're going to have water over here. I believe you do for the incinerators. So we've got water at the train station now, and then we need electric. And fortunately for us, our electric is right here. So we will probably delete most of this electric line once we build our grid. But I want to go ahead and get, and actually, you know what, we're just going to come over here and then run up. I want to get a neighborhood built over here. So I want this train station functional for right now. And just for the interim, we're going to just connect this. Not ideal, not what I want to do, but the people coming off the train need to be able to get to our city and go visit. And right now, this isn't a big city, so the people who are coming here are not visiting any tourist destinations, but maybe they're visiting Grandma over in Elk Park or Uncle Johnny over in Aspen Heights. I don't know. Nonetheless, our train station is functional, it has water, it has electricity, and we can go ahead and hit play. And those things should go away. There we go. Now we have a train station. We have a stop in our town that people can come and visit our town, which is great. Now we need to build our grid off of this system, and I don't think that we're going to need... So I want to come over here, and this would be our grid. It starts to disappear there, so we're going to catch the grid here. We're going to build a small segment of bridge, and that will at least give our line. I love the way the bridge... The wooden bridges, the dirt roads, gravel roads, they build wooden bridges, and I love the way they look. That's one thing about the original gameplay that I do like about the wooden bridges. Now, that will give us a grid to work off of, and it will run parallel with this grid, and then we'll come pretty much straight over and crash into that. So let's go ahead and go to this. And do we need to level anything anymore? Or are we pretty good over here? So that's kind of a plateau. Yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and level this out a little bit before we start building. And let's go ahead and go with a higher grade. So we'll kind of do something like this. Somewhere in the middle. And try and get everything about the same. And I want to see how much this is going to cost us. It shouldn't be too bad. And then we'll leave that plateau a little bit. Yeah, we'll kind of leave the plateau and the... Let's kind of take this out. Yeah, there we go. Should we leave the plateau? Maybe do something like that. Give us a little bit more room to work with. Oh, get this straight. There we go. Yeah, so we've got a little bit of a plateau. Shouldn't be too bad, and that will at least kind of run straight. We can run a road down that way if we want. We may come back and do a little bit more leveling, but I want to go ahead and start our neighborhood by running, we'll just run off the dirt road, running a straight road here that will be pretty much the meridian to carry the grid on over. And let's go ahead and just run it to about there. I think that's where the plateau starts. You can kind of see. There we go. Now we can start building our neighborhood. As you can see, we have a huge demand for residential now. And did we destroy an electric line, or are we just low on production? Yeah, we need to bump up the budget a little bit for our electricity. Yeah, we're only at 95, so let's go ahead and bump that up to 100. That should answer demand. And I believe it has something to do with probably connecting this. But let's go ahead and then run. So you want not, so this is our main artery road in this area. So you don't want too many intersections off of this. So we probably want one about here, about midway between the train station on both sides. So we're going to come down, and you don't want to run it from that road because it won't be straight. You want to run it from this road and then run it straight into that road. And then the same thing over here, but we'll come to that in a second. And our grid pattern, I want to go a little bit opposite of this. I want to go kind of the same way. So if you come back and double check your grid pattern, you can see we are 20 by 12. And I want to do the same thing over here, and we'll just keep that road. So we'll come off of this, and we'll go up 12 and run out 20. And that will be our border. And we can delete both of these. And then up 12. And we're going to proceed to do this off camera. But we would be building 12 by 20 grid. And we're going to delete all the rocks. And we'll be right back. So as you can see, so far we have a very simple grid. I have done the grid with the landscape that I've been given. I didn't add anything really. So we kind of curved this around to match the height of the little step terrace area that we have up here. This down here, we just kind of circled it around. The houses that are built here will actually lower and raise their soil to fill in the land, and they will lower this. So I might want to redo this because that's going to look a little bit weird, but I wanted to come in real quick. And over here, we're going to have to fill in some land because you can't really have a road that just falls right off a cliff like that. We could put a park fence there if we had the DLC, but nonetheless. And the park fences, there's a few that kind of look like, and actually no, they're industry fences that kind of look like the road barriers. However, Industries DLC, we don't have that. So we're going to fill in the land a little bit, make that separated a little. But as you can see, as I mentioned, you kind of want two entrances to the neighborhood. So we're just going to have these two. Where is this car going? Oh, wow. Cops are coming out here to make sure everything's safe. So he's going to come all the way down here and turn around. Wow. Anyway, so we came up the little terraced area here because this is the most level. As you can see, the land on this side is a little bit higher. So this is about the most level. So then what I want to do is come out 20, and we went straight up to here. Now, we kind of want to finish this little area. Let's go to our curve tool. We kind of want to finish this area, so we're going to kind of go one out, if we can catch this node here. All right, let's go about 15 out, and then probably, no, yeah, we kind of need to go one out. So we'll just go 11 out, and then we'll go 11 over. And there we go. Now we can kind of run that straight, this road, and I think this will look all right as far as down here. Yeah, kind of a steep hill, but it should be okay. And then that kind of closes in the neighborhood. We could do another road off of here, maybe a dead-end road, something like this. Yeah, we could curve this back in. We could do half, and then maybe something like that to kind of close that out. Is that too much? And then let's go straight and kind of have a dead-end road here. It's a little close. Let's go ahead and remove this and redo it. So we'll come out 12 and come in and kind of keep it like, yeah, I think that'll look a little bit better. Let's go ahead and do this and then check it out. And there we go. Yeah, so that road doesn't connect, but even still, you can see the dead end from that road, and then you just come around here. I think that'll work just fine. We have a nice gridded area. Now, as mentioned, we want to do a couple things. So these sharp corners you don't necessarily want. That's not what we want. You don't necessarily want these sharp corners. It kind of doesn't look natural. Obviously, they're okay in the gridded system, but on the edges, you kind of want to round them out. And then we're going to go ahead and come down here and delete this. And we're going to raise the land a little bit because I think that's going to bother me later. So why not fix it now? And we'll go ahead and raise this whole little peninsula here. And while we're at it, we'll go ahead and hit this spot over here. We want to raise this and stretch it out a little. And not too much. Whenever you are doing anything next to the water with land, it can really disrupt the water and build big typhoons. And we've got some problems, don't we? All right, let's go ahead. That looks fine. I want to kind of make it look a little more natural and straight. There we go. And we can go ahead and take care of that road in a minute. That little neighborhood should be fine. Let's go off camera and build the water. But first, we have a problem over here, and it is that this garbage is full. Now, I was hoping... Let's go ahead and start unloading that one. What is this at? This is at 8%. I was hoping to get those done. That's unfortunate. But this now is collecting garbage, so that crisis should go away very soon. I was hoping to get both of that one emptied first anyway, the 8% one, and then build our garbage over here. But we will come right back to that. Let's go ahead and build our water pipes and connect everything up over here, and then we'll come right back. All right, we have our water pipes laid. Let's go ahead and get back to this problem here. Let's go to our curve tool. I believe we went out 12 and over 12. Well, we did something like this. Anyway, and let's go ahead and build that loop back in there. I like that at the end of the neighborhood. Now let's check our water pipes. And I believe we covered this. No, of course we didn't. Let's check our water pipes and make sure that this is all connected. And there we are. Let's go ahead and do that. Not quite within the road, but there's our water network. Everything should be covered by water, and you can see we need the residential area. We need to build some new residential. So let's start in this area because this should be connected to the electric, and let's build our residence. Just use the fill tool, and let's start with the dead end road and this little cul-de-sac over here. So you can see we only have 2 and 2. If you destroy this road and then rebuild it, it will give you, if you destroy it, build 4, it'll give you 4. And then once you rebuild it, it'll give you 4 like on this end. But we'll go ahead and just fill in this little cul-de-sac here. Not cul-de-sac, you know what I'm trying to say. Alright, so we've got some residents moving in. Let's put a couple over here, but not too many next to the road. We'll just have a couple nice houses on the edge. We can fill in this little pocket. So we've got some residents moving in. They're coming into our new neighborhood, but we need to offer them some amenities. So this whole strip up here is going to be commercial, but on these main little entrances over here, that is a perfect little spot for a few amenities that you need. We need healthcare. Do we have a hospital yet? I don't think we do anywhere. Nope, we put one over here, didn't we? No, that's a medical clinic. We don't have a hospital yet anywhere. How much is the hospital? Yeah, we have plenty of money. Should we put the hospital over there? Maybe. It is by the train station. I like it. Let's do it. Alright, so we're going to put our main hospital over here as well. And I think we could probably put the hospital on this main street. Let's go ahead and put this, more closer to these residents over here so they have access to it. We'll put it at the intersection. Yeah, there's our hospital. Coming in on the train, you can see it everywhere. It has very little coverage, but we'll worry about that later. At least it's close to our train station in that neighborhood. It should be okay. Where are we at with electric? How close? Yeah, no. But we can just run a connection off of this right up to here, and that will take care of everything. There we go. Everything's connected by electric except for the hospital, but we will take care of that very soon. So the very first thing that I want to do is add a nice big park. Is that the big one? No, that is... Yep, that's the big one. All right. So we want to add a nice little park. Let's go ahead and put that up here. And you can see it from the road. It looks like it's connected, but the entrance is actually over here in the residential area. And next to the park, we'll go ahead and put some schooling, some education. Let's go ahead and put our high school up here and then our elementary school a little bit further down. Let's go ahead and put the high school a little close to the park. Yeah, let's have it bump up on the edge there. Then we can have some park paths coming over from the park. And as you know, as discussed, I like to have basketball and tennis next to the high school. Makes it look more like a little high school complex. I don't think we can fit a path in over there, but let's go ahead and go to our paths real quick. And as you can see, it is dirt paths off of this park. So we'll go ahead and build, path there. That works for me. And then can we come off of here? No, we cannot. So we'll come around the back and then, there we go. There we go. So there's a little path all around the high school. And I believe, yes, no, we cannot fit back there. But that's fine. It's close enough. It looks good. Can we come... yeah, maybe come here and here, something like that. Nope, of course we can't. Yeah, something like that. There we go. And then we can add a few trees, and that'll look a little bit better. It looks a little weird, but I like it. I think it'll work. And I know it's a waste of money, but since we can't build a path here, I'm thinking about relocating this. Can we scoot this over a little bit? Oh, that is such a waste of money. 800 bucks. Let's do it. So, just a little bit closer. Not much at all. And then we can throw down a few trees. Let's go to our landscaping tool. And go to the larger brush. And just throw a few down here. There we go. Alright, and then go to the smaller brush and put them in specifically. And let's put 3 here. And 1 here. And 2 here? There we go. Yeah, that works for me. So we have our high school in this area over here. Our neighborhood is starting to grow. We still have residential demand. We can answer that very quickly. There we go. And all of those residents, yeah, they all should be fine. There we go. Let's go ahead and go landfill real quick and level this terrain so that we can fit a few more houses up here. And we'll level it. Oh, that's not what we wanted to do. We'll level it with that. And there we go. Then we can have a few more houses up here. That'll look alright. Go back to our zoning tool. And of course, it didn't answer. So you could, again, destroy that. And let's go ahead and do that. We'll leave it. It's fine. We'll just have smaller houses there. Let's hit play. Let's keep going with our zoning. Yeah, we'll keep going with our zoning. There we go. And have plenty of space for people to move in. Now we need an elementary school, fire department, and police station. So let's go to our elementary school. And I believe we'll put this probably down here. Yeah, I don't think we're going to take prime real estate for it, actually. Let's keep it on this main road here, this main artery road. And let's put it kind of centered, I would say something like right here. Yeah, let's put it right there. And then let's go to our parks and see if we can get some little bitty park over in here. No, of course we can't. Anything? No, of course not. Alright, that's fine though. Let's go ahead and put a park. What is this? This is a large playground. That'll work. We'll put that right outside the school. And can we fit any other park? No, not really. We can over here. What is this? Fog park. I like it. This half of the block will be, yeah, I like that. That'll work. This half of the block will be school stuff. Let's go ahead and go to our paths. And again, we have gravel here. So we'll run a straight line. And that should connect everything. Do we need to connect this? I don't think so. No, yeah. Let's just leave that like that. That'll work. And we've already got some residents moving in next to the school and parks, so that should help. Connect the electric, so we don't have to worry about anything there. And yeah, we can still fit a little bit of homes there. That works for me. And we'll zone this off. And I think we'll keep this little hillside zone free. Yeah. And we can probably zone maybe 2 houses here if we wanted to. Yeah, I think so. So that'll be the end of the zoning that we do over there. We've got some garbage problems there. We got garbage problems all over the city. Nonetheless, let's put a few more amenities over here. We need police station. Police department. Yeah, police department, yeah. And let's go ahead and put this off of the main road. And I think we'll probably put this... Ooh. Yeah, let's put this over here. Let's see. Let's have a think here. Yeah. I want some commercial off this main road. Next to the... Yeah, let's go ahead and put this across from the hospital. There we go. Yeah, that looks alright. That'll work. And then our fire, we might do the same thing. Just right next to each other. I normally have them right next to each other. You know, kind of, why not? Yeah. So we'll have our firehouse and police station as you enter the town. We probably need some water here soon, and we might put another water tower over there, but I do like the way that looks. But I think we put that up more by the train station. So there's our fire and police. We have elementary, we have high school. We don't need university, I don't believe. I don't believe we would need university. Where are we at on that? Yeah, still 1845. Yeah, we're all good on high school and elementary schools. What other amenities do we need over here? We need more parks. We probably need a couple parks over here before all this fills in. Can we put... Is there anything there? Nope. Yeah, let's put... Boom. Basketball court right there. Look how happy they all are. There's something for the kids to do. Get them out of the house. Yeah, we can't fit anything else in this little area, but that works. So let's go back to our parks and take a look. Yeah, we should be fine. Let's go ahead and zone off a little bit more residential, and then we need to give these people some jobs. I'm hoping to get to the island of industry in the next episode, but we need to grow our population a bit more, so I figured we'd go ahead and tackle this. And up in this area by the train station, I would like to put some commercial, and as you can see, we have a bit of demand for commercial. So let's just do most of the insides here, and you can see I want to go ahead and delete this road because nothing was zoned back. And I believe, what did I do? Oh, I curved it from over there. Yeah, this will be fine though. There we go. That should do it. And then we've got zones for houses instead of having everything cut off. So hopefully some people build on the waterfront here soon. I imagine that's where I would build if I had the choice. Let's just go ahead and dezone that. Of course. There we go. All right. And voila, our whole new neighborhood. Now, we need to go ahead and zone this neighborhood off for its own little area. And drum roll, please. Smith Square. That works. Yeah, Smith Square. Name this neighborhood in the comments below. Pick a name for any one of these neighborhoods, and I will name it that. Just leave a comment. Interact with me. Talk to me, people. Let me know you're here. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we have a new neighborhood in the game. Where are we paused? I didn't realize we were paused. Who paused the game? All right, now we can go ahead and fill the rest of this in. We'll grab the little tiny details later, but I want to go ahead and get some commercial up here. And I'm sticking with low density commercial for right now. I don't think I want that. Let's go ahead and go to the select tool and kind of zone this off a little bit less. Yeah, we're sticking with the low density residential. And how is our electric connected? In the next neighborhood, we will have plenty of high density residential. So we just need something over here. We have this zoned off as residence, don't we? I think we're going to add a park. That way all the electric connects. Can never have too many parks. Yeah, I think we're going to add a little park over here. And that will connect everything. Let's add the small playground. Will this probably do it? Yeah, that will probably do it. Nice little small playground. Did that connect our electric? Yes, it did. There we go. Now we can get rid of all these lines over here and we can gain our commercial back. I think we can cut it back all the way to where it connects with the neighborhood. Right there. Perfect. And hey, look at that. Train coming in. Let's go ahead and pause the game. I want to look at this train. 18 passengers. All right, out of 200. 18 passengers though. Hey, you know, there you go. Some people coming to visit our city. Going to see Nana. All right, let's pause. How many now? How many people are leaving? 0. All right, 18 people got off. Now all these people come out of the train terminal and they will just spawn into cars. All of these people will just spawn to cars because there's no other option. We will have a bus lane over here or maybe a metro station. And actually a lot of them are walking. I'm not exactly sure where they're walking. But nonetheless, a lot of them are walking. Now, we still have trash problems. Pretty bad trash problems. Let's go ahead and turn this off. And have that go pick up some trash. Because, yeah, that is some bad trash problems. Now, we have a little death problem, too. Now we can take care of our landfill site over here. And before we do that, since we're having a little bit of problem with death rate, let's go ahead and add another cemetery. We can go ahead and check our info views. I don't remember which one of these is the dead people. But we obviously need one. I forget which one is dead people. Nonetheless, we obviously need one. So let's go ahead and add a... where is death care? There we go. It's in healthcare and over here. Let's go ahead and add a cemetery as well. Where do we want to put this? Probably, yeah, over here, I think. Low traffic. We'll go ahead and put a cemetery. It is kind of high land value, but nonetheless, that's fine. I think that'll look okay. We'll put the cemetery right across from the hospital. That'll be all right. And I would actually like to put in a couple of apartment buildings, some high-rise apartment buildings. So we'll go about 4x4 there and a 4x4 here, and this will blend in nicely with the hospital. And it'll kind of add a lot to our population, but it'll kind of add a little bit more flair to this little area as far as the view. And I'd like to get a few more in. Let's put a couple on this side. Put one there, and maybe one there, and one here, I think. All of these just 4x4. That should fill in fine. Yeah, I like that. The problem with this little area, you don't want to get it too big because there's no... right now, once we unlock office space, have we unlocked office space? Yeah, okay, so let's go ahead and put some of these office buildings down over here. My apologies, I didn't realize. And then that'll give these areas jobs as well. This is an industry part that supplies jobs. This is all office space over here. So we'll have a little bit of office space coming off of this road, and then we'll cut back to commercial here in a second. So we'll just keep going 4x4 tiles. Yeah, so we'll have a bunch of office space over there, few apartment buildings. That should help this area grow quite a bit, and then we'll go back to low density commercial for this side. And we'll just do another 4x4 tile there, and we'll zone off this. There we go. And maybe just a small one here, 3x3, right next to the train station. So we've got commercial, we've got office, we've got places that people can live, work, play. They can do everything they need. So this is a wonderful little neighborhood, nice little area. Very happy with this. Let's put a little bit more commercial down. There we go. Yeah, that works for me. And let's go ahead and zone off, not any of that. Let's go ahead and zone off something like this. Yeah, there we go, a little 2x2 tile. So we've got the commercial moving in. We've got the offices moving in. None of the high-rise buildings have yet, but we have zero residential demand. So that kind of makes sense. Now we can get to our little project that we were working on over here with our garbage. And I think we're going to put another one there, 3x3. Yeah, I like that. So we've got plenty of commercial, plenty of office space. We'll probably even put a little bit more office space in. A couple of 2x2s down here, stuff like that. Yeah, let's go ahead and close in this side as well. Maybe a 3x3 here. There we go. Yeah, because we're not going to have any residents back there. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and de-zone this. We'll keep that clear. And we'll just have that one there. Maybe a small little 2x2 one here. There we go. I think that'll look a little bit better. Maybe we can put some residents there, but even just still, just having the trees. I like that. That works. That looks really good to me. This is a nice little neighborhood. We're already having trash problems. But a lot of people moving into this little neighborhood. It's quite busy, quite bustling. We can zone off a lot more area as well. So let's just go ahead and do so. There we go. And all of this waterfront property over here should bring in a nice little penny as far as property values go. There we go. Everything is zoned in that we want zoned in. Yeah, I think we're going to leave those little areas unzoned. And we can probably do... actually, we could probably do a apartment building there. Yeah, let's go back to high density and we'll have nice big, maybe 2 apartment buildings. No, we'll just do one. One big 4x4 apartment building. Yeah, I like that. That works. There we go. Nice little neighborhood. Nice little mixed usage neighborhood. With a nice view and the way that this is up on a hill a little bit. Yeah, this is a nice little area. Very happy with this. I would be proud to live in Smith Square. Now let's go ahead and tackle our next project on the list. We need to take care of our landfill area, and we need to do it quickly. Let's go ahead and... Oh, that is not what we want to do. We want a level terrain. Let's go ahead and go with about this size. And you'll see me do that exact move a lot, because I constantly forget that I'm not on level terrain. Let's go ahead and level all of this out a little. And I think that's a little too high, yeah. Let's delete this for right now. And then we'll soften terrain here. There we go. And kind of around the edges, I think. We might do the same thing over here where we've built. Just kind of soften terrain. Yeah. Alright, that looks a little bit more natural. And that area is going to be our landfill site. Soften this terrain a little. There we go. That is where all of our garbage is going to go. So we want to go ahead and get this bridge here. And I want to get it... Should we get it higher, or is it okay that it goes down? I think it's okay that it goes down. Yeah, I think that's okay. How much further does it need to come up? Let's take a look here. Nope. Let's see. Let's go right there. Yeah, so no, we need that much higher. Let's go ahead and delete this whole bridge. Go ahead and leave that because that's the point that we want. delete that. Let's pause the game because we are now unconnected. We'll go ahead and come back to this side. This is the height that we want. And come up to here. And let's take a look at that. That's a little better. Oh, that's not the height that we want. We want a little bit higher. Alright, let's go ahead and delete this. And there we go. Now, we should be able to get the line there. There we go. No, of course not. Let's go up one. And take a look at this. That's a little more gradual. A little better, yeah. That works for me. Alright. And let's connect to this node. And should we go over? Or should we go up? Oh, I think that's going to work. I think that's going to work alright. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, there's a little bit of a bend in it. Not too much. It does slope down a little. I think that's okay, though. Let's go back to our 2-lane road and connect this up. And then we can hit play again. Yeah, I kind of like the way that at the end of town it dips down. Only people coming through here are big truck drivers. I guess we don't need to go 2 lanes all the way down. We could do 1 lane there. And technically, really whenever you split from a 2-lane to a 1-lane, you pretty much kind of want to go to a... you kind of want to have an intersection there. You kind of want a split for the two, the other lane to go somewhere. You would kind of want to do something like this and come off of this node over here and come straight into this neighborhood. And we could do that. That doesn't look too bad, actually. I think we're gonna. Let's see. Let's run straight. Yeah, it's not completely straight, but that doesn't look bad. Huh. I think we're gonna leave it like this for now. Let's just go ahead and upgrade this road to a 1-lane. Yeah. I think that works. That's fine. But typically, and whenever you come down to a 4-lane to a 2-lane, you want another way for them to go. Let's come back over to our side project over here. It goes to the straight tool. And just make a little grid over here, really. Not necessarily anything too finicky or anything like that. And yeah, let's just keep a nice square. That works for me. Let's run straight through the middle. And I think, do we need this? I don't think we need this. Yeah, we'll go ahead and put it. There we go. Just a little grid. That's it. That's where all of our dumps are going to be. Let's go ahead and come back over here and see, can we turn this back to empty? It's already at 71%. This is at 53%. All right, so the first thing that we're going to do is add some dumps over here, and then we can get those. See, we don't want that. We want that, but we want it a little bit bigger. So let's go ahead and waste some money here and come back out with our roads and just come up like this. And to avoid that, let's go to our curve tool. And it still goes up a little bit, but that's fine. We won't have anything on that side. And then, let's go to our landfills. Can we fit the incinerator? What is the incinerator? It's 4. Huh. We should have thought about this grid a little bit more. My apologies. Let's go ahead and delete this road. Could have pre-planned this a little bit more, but let's go ahead and delete that road. We'll go to the landfill. We'll put 1 here. Can we fit 2? Yeah, we can. Okay. Yeah. And then we'll put a road in the middle, I think. That'll work. There we go. Alright, we've got 2 landfills down, and then we can put some incineration plants. And we can put the other 2 landfills back over there once they get ready. So where is our incineration plants? There we go. Put down a couple of these. There we go. That should take care of all of our garbage demands. And, oh, yeah, oh man, I messed up. We could have just moved these incineration plants. They don't need to be emptied. But we'll go ahead and relocate them now. That's fine. We'll just have excess amounts of garbage removal. That's fine. We, of course, have no water over here. How come no one said anything? We did connect this, though, because I knew that was going to happen. So, there we go. And there we are. Everything's connected now. Electric? Are we picking up electric? I guess we're producing it, so yeah, that works. Never mind. Let's move this last one, and once these landfill sites over here are emptied, then we can move them as well. But all of that is hidden behind this little mountain. You can see it from Smith Square over here, and that's unfortunate. Maybe we'll hide it a little bit. You can see it from Smith Square, but you can't see it from Birch Hills. You can't see it from any of the other neighborhoods. It's hidden by that little mountain, which is kind of cool. Nice little feature. And as discussed, we are only going to expand downwards. So you'll be able to see it from some of the things on this tile and this tile. But let's go ahead and see if we can kind of take care of that a little bit by leveling the terrain. Actually raising the terrain. So let's go ahead and go with something like this height here. And kind of try and hide this. I think we can do this. Let's go down. There we go. Let's see. Yeah. That's kind of cool. And then we will throw in some bushes. Or some trees, I mean. A few trees. Now we don't want to throw in too close because they will all die from the pollution. But we'll have a few trees on the edge of this. And kind of hide this whole thing. There we go. Now, you can't even see it from this area, really. You do see it as you're coming into town on the train. That's the first thing that you see. But, hey, you know, what can you do? So there we go. That is our new little area, Smith Square. We still have a lot of land free for people to live on. This is our little area of just pure pollution. And let's go ahead and tackle, I'll bump up the electric real quick. Let's go ahead and tackle our last task for this episode, another long one today, and this is going to be a two-parter at this milestone, because as you can see, we are only at 9,500, and we need to get to 14,000. It might even be a three-parter. We're going to have to build a huge neighborhood. We got to get people living over here. And to do so, we need to supply them with jobs. So we need to really get this industrial island going. I think we're going to take a lot of that as farmland and then the rest of it all as polluting industry. You can see our pollution from our waste sewage is starting to wash away. From this area anyway. It's all washed down to a little bit over there to the right. And then that is all the new sewage heading out. So we will need to move that again, and we'll put it on one of these islands over here that we're going to purchase. Probably on the edge of this one. Maybe the one on the right there. Nonetheless, we'll get into that in later episodes. That was not enough of an electricity demand. Let's go ahead and upgrade this. I forgot about that. And this is just a temporary road, but when there are slower speed limits on gravel roads, so you need paved roads. I forgot that wasn't connected yet, other than just the little gravel road there. So let's go ahead and complete our last task. I want to take care of this highway situation. Bump this up to 120 for right now. Are we disconnected somewhere? How are we so low? Okay, yeah, 120 should take care of everything. Let's bump this up to 3 times speed. There we go. Are they starting to go away? Yeah. Okay, there we go. Yeah, we just weren't fast enough. Are we having any problems over here? Not really. We are starting to back up a little bit. Nonetheless, hit pause. Do not like this at all. I went on about it after building it in the last episode. So we're going to go ahead and delete this and this and this and this, which will also lead us to delete this and this, and probably that and that. And we're going to come in a lot more gradually here with this highway. So I want to come to about this spot and then come down. And we'll do the same thing this way. Nope. We'll do the same thing this way and then reverse it. Yeah, it's about this spot and then come down. And then we'll change direction here. And let's take a look at that. That looks terrible too. Oh, wow. Okay. So our other option is we can either keep it at that height, but we don't need to. So we're going to delete this and this, this and this, and then we'll take a look at this. And let's go back to where we were. And our other option is you can go to snapping options here. And you can make the height adjustment Where am I looking for? Ah, this is it. The elevation step. You can close the step down a little bit. There's 3 options. 1, 2, 3. So we're going to close it down to the very bottom, and then we're going to go straight. And then up here, we'll come down 2 steps. We'll go ahead and do that right there. And then let's take a look at that. That looks much more gradual. And this is all vanilla. This is what you learn whenever you have to, because it's vanilla gameplay. There we go. Obviously, with Move It mods and stuff like that, you can fix that a lot easier. But that looks much better to me. That looks fantastic. That looks gradual, nice, easy. That looks fantastic. And then let's go ahead, and this bothered me a little bit over here too. So we're going to do pretty much the same thing on this side, and we're going to stretch this out a little bit. And we'll come down 2 steps here, and then curve it in. Do the same thing this way. No. Come down 2 steps, and then get a nice gradual ease into it. Opposed to a nice sharp... Yeah, that looks so much better. That looks fantastic compared to what we had. What we had before just looked unrealistic. You don't have a bunch of hills and stuff in bridges. They're mostly straight. That looks so much better, and that was probably one of the best tips that you can learn in Vanilla City Skylines, for at least the vanilla version of the original. There we go. Now, we need to obviously change directions on a lot of this. So we are playing with right-hand traffic, so let's change all of this to right-hand, and all of this to that way. There we go. And then we can connect these back in. Let's go back to our highway ramp, go to our curve tool, and we can even connect them right there. Let's go ahead and go. So we'll go to that node and then come around and go to that node. Come on. There we go. And we'll do the same thing over here. Let's go to this node and then curve it around to that node. Autosave. There we go. And we'll do the same thing over here. Go to that node and curve it around to there. That's a little bit shorter of a path, but we'll be fine. And curve it around. Can we come up to here? Yeah, that looks fantastic. All right, let's change our directions on these. Come on now. There we go. Let's change our directions on these. How can we not change the direction? Really? Wow. Okay. Let's curve this in. Right there. Will that allow me to change the direction? There we go. Okay, now we've got that all changed up. We need to change this, and then we can hit play. Let's take a look at the functionality. Let's look at how much better that looks. That looks so much better. Sorry to go on and on about this, but I hated the way that bridge looked last time. We could actually probably slope that down a little bit better, but I'm happy with that. That looks good. Now, the next step that we want to do with this bridge is we want to landscape and fill the terrain. So we are going to just fill this up all the way down to about the road height until we get down to about here. And we can probably take that down a little bit. Do we want to do that? No, we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that because... So normally you would have a bridge built with land underneath it like that, but we're going to go back to the pillar look because the off-ramps. So, my bad. Let's go ahead, come back to this level and level all this down. And then we can slope it if we want, but I don't think we need to. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. Here. Yeah, we're going to go right back to that. My apologies. Yeah, a lot of times whenever I do the highway exits like that, I like to have it built up because that looks more natural. But we'll get into that whenever we build this bridge over here in the next episode, because we are going to connect this island over here. I believe that will be the next gameplay. We have a lot of demand for industry, And so we're going to go ahead and answer that real quick with a little bit of industry over here. I think we can go out, just go out 10. That'll be enough. And let's not do that. Yeah. Actually, you know what? We're going to end the episode. My apologies. We'll get into that in the next one. Thank you for joining the channel. 9,800 is our population. We need to grow another 400 people. We can do that in the next episode. That is no problem. We can probably do that without building a smit of residential. Let's check. Have we gotten... Yeah, we've gotten our apartment buildings over here. I really like this neighborhood. Let's go ahead and take a look at our train station. 121 passengers serviced last week. That is 21 tourists coming in and out of our city. That is fantastic. Smith Square is booming. Belmont Hills, Birch Hills, Elk Park, Aspen Heights. Thank you very much for joining the channel. Please like, share, and subscribe. Very happy with what we did today. This was a very successful endeavor. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.